should start with playing and then I will introduce you, or we can start with the questions.
I can play something and you can introduce me, sure, if it's not too loud.
I don't think it's...
Alright, 1 second. Just get this out of the way.
Usually this live video is also a bit...
So we are live?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Alright then, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep, we are. Performance.
Yes.
This is Garrett.
Hi guys.
Another one, very live and explosive performance we can have all on 8th of August in Arena Riga. So you're welcome to buy the tickets already now, but for today we're having some few questions from our followers.
Very nice.
So you will have a task also. So you will have to choose the best question.
Most interesting.
Yeah,
Sure.
the one that you love the most.
All right.
So we can start.
Please fire ahead.
So regarding the name of the tour, why exactly the Explosive Live?
Well, the last album which I released was called Explosive, and when we started organizing the international touring, there was still a lot of material from this album on the tour, and we gradually also include now pieces from the new album Rock Revolution, but the actual Rock Revolution tour will start beginning of 2019. I still have to do a lot of preparation, write some new material, additional material. So right now we're still on the Explosive tour worldwide.
Okay. So about the energy, we felt already a bit of it, and one of our followers would like to know, where do you get your energy that you are sharing with the audience during the concert?
Well, I am a very positive person. And I guess when you wake up and you're still alive, that should make you feel energetic.
Yeah.
And I think you have to take each day with the most enthusiasm and do the best out of it. Only that way you can ensure that your life is full of nice events.
Good, thank you. Regarding the Riga, so this is your which time in Riga?
It's my first.
First?
Yes, it's my first.
So the day of the concert, the 8th of December, will be your second time?
Yes.
So one of our followers would like to know what you are going to bring home as your impression about Riga and Latvia.
Well, we arrived very late tonight. Last night, I mean. And so this morning we had very early breakfast TV, so it was quite not quite enough sleep, but first of all, I'm very happy the weather is slightly cold but extremely nice, and we had the opportunity to do two very short walks earlier today, and so far my impressions are that people are extremely friendly. I just did a radio interview, very nice, cool guys, and so far very good impression. Hopefully I'll get the time in next time to get even more inside Latvia.
Okay. So you mentioned already the weather.
Yeah.
What time of the year is the most favorite for you and why?
All right. They can see what time of the year is the most favorite. I I would say it's the winter.
Oh, the winter, really? So you're
I
not
love the snow.
So you're not afraid to be cold? To get cold?
No, I really love the snow. It's my time of the year because there's a certain smell which reminds me of my childhood. And I don't know, it always makes me feel very, very calm and relaxed.
So somehow I feel that you already know our questions or something, because one of the followers would like to know if you like skiing.
Yeah.
As your colleague Vanessa Mea, and may we expect to see you in Winter Olympics?
Well, first of all, I'm way too old for that, but thank you very much for the, enthusiasm here. I've never skied in my whole life, and it also has, or mainly has to do with the fact that my parents didn't want me to do certain activities which might put my fingers in harm. So certain things in school like volleyball, basketball, and how do you say, skateboard and all that stuff I wasn't really allowed to do, and skiing unfortunately falls into that category. Although I was always a little jealous because my brother got to go to winter holiday thingies with his class in school, and I never got to go, so maybe someday when I don't play that much I'll try to pick it up.
Okay. So and you are again leading to the next question.
Yeah.
And the next question is, if the father would have bought you a guitar instead of violin, would you become a guitarist?
Probably. I was, like every child, in the end, you try to get the attention from your parents. And I think it's a normal thing that you want them to listen and pay attention and play with you and, spend time with you. So in the end, I guess me working hard on the violin was me sharing time with my father. And if he would have given me a guitar, I probably would have done the same. Probably might have even picked up the piccolo flute or something. I have no idea, but I guess it was at that point the only instrument really in the house available. So I chose whatever was there.
Okay. So as you have certain experience with playing the violin,
just
a bit, just a bit. So one of our followers would like to know how often do you change the violin bows, and which is your favorite brand of violins?
Well, brand is funny. I mean, they're of course really good violin makers, especially in Cremona in the 18th century. It's very difficult to just name one violin maker, but usually a very nice Antonio Stradivari or a very nice Guarneri del Gesù are the most sought after instruments sound-wise for any violin soloist. So I agree, those are also my two favorite brands. And what's the first part again of the question?
How often do you change your violin bows?
Well, the violin bow doesn't really necessarily change, but obviously when you play Tchaikovsky, for example. Normally something breaks here, and then the little hairs. No, it didn't. Lucky me. And then after a certain while, when like about 30, 40 hairs break, you have to get a rehair. It takes like about half a day, and then it's as good as new.
It's new again. Regarding the Tchaikovsky part, one of our followers has attended your concert on 24th of August in Vaduz.
Yes.
So she remembers that day it was a really rainy day, but as soon as you started to play, the rain went away.
Well, I wish that had anything to do with me, but trust me, if I had the possibility to change the weather, that would be a cool thing. But I guess I was very lucky. And, sometimes it's the opposite. I start playing and the rain starts pouring. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't.
So now you're even reading the question without me asking this.
Or
Because the question was exactly about your influence on the weather.
no influence at all. I wish sometimes, because I've played some shows where it was really pouring and I felt extremely bad for all the musicians on stage, and of course the audience is being soaked. And well, you can't change it, just have to have a good spirit.
So regarding the music you're playing, you are very various in choosing the music in the songs.
Yeah.
So is there any music that you feel as boring?
No. I mean, there's pieces which I don't necessarily like too much. It's a personal preference, though. Something which I don't like, a lot of people love, and something I love, a lot of people don't like. I mean, that's the beauty of music. It's each music and composer has a certain character, and you don't have to love or dislike everything. It's the balance, and it's also your personal preference and taste.
So that's why one of the followers is interested how you managed to arrange a rap song, "Lose Yourself."
Well, but basically, we took the rhythm from the Eminem, and then we ended up, creating a melody on top. If you take the music I just played and just look at the rhythms, they're exactly the rhythms which are also used in the rap from Eminem. So just created a little bit more of a line, because it would have been boring if it would just be on one note. So now it becomes a little bit melodic, and it works for the instrument. You always have to find, if you really truly like a piece, you have to find a way around,
So, is there a particular song or musical piece that never fails to move you emotionally?
It really depends on my mood. I mean, it's very difficult, because sometimes you feel in more melancholic mood. Sometimes you're like full of energy and you like listening to up tempo numbers. It's very difficult. I mean, I love Disney soundtracks. I can listen to them all the time. So I guess that's something I love and enjoy.
Regarding the classical music, is there any specific performer that you like, and what's your favorite piece of classical music?
Well, I would definitely say from the living performers, it's Proma, my teacher, and great violinist, legend. And regarding composers, they're very difficult. I mean, the obvious ones: Mozart, Brahms, Bach, Beethoven. I would go with those.
One more question regarding your personal attitude to violin playing is like, have you ever taught anyone to play violin or?
Yeah, people have come to me and asked, how do you do this and how do you do that, and sometimes occasionally young kids. Obviously, I try to help. I can't see myself right now doing, being a teacher, because I think it is a responsibility. You can't just teach once every 2 months. I think that would not be fair towards the student, because you need that guidance at least once a week. Just speaking out of experience, also for me, when I was young, I needed that help once a week at least. And I wouldn't be able to fulfill that need. So until I can actually do that, I'm not gonna start teaching, but it's definitely something which I would like doing in the future. I think it's extremely fulfilling to see, to work with young people and give something back to the community.
Nice. As we all know, tours are very tiring and taking a lot from you. So is there any specific way how you are taking care of your physical condition?
Try not to eat too much junk food. I think it starts with food, with eating right, with not drinking alcohol, going to bed early. It's very simple things. Very simple things. If you have time, do some sports. But I think everything. I think good health really comes from not eating too much sugar and not drinking alcohol, or just very limited.
So, you have success in your passion as a superstar violinist.
These words, I
but
wake up every morning, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh jeez. So it's funny to hear them. I always have to laugh because I don't really have anything to do with that term.
Yeah, but you see, one of our followers really feels that you are radiantly attractive and influential and loved by lots of people, especially women.
That is too sweet. That is too sweet. I am embarrassed, but thank you.
So it seems that you are having everything in your life and nothing to ask. But if you would have that one desire, what for you would use it? Like what?
One wish. I mean.
Yeah. What will give you true tears of joy?
Tears of joy. When last time I really cried was when my brother got married. I was super happy for him to find somebody he truly loved, and also him having his first child was quite moving to me.
So greetings from Russia as well. So Yulia is having a comment and a question. Imagine if you were stranded on a desert island. What kind of 3 things or people you would take with you and why?
What things or what people?
Oh, it might be things or people. Like you can choose.
Well, obviously, then I'm going to choose people. I might actually. But is there any food on the island? Well, you need to be a little more strategic about that. If there's food on the island, I would probably choose the people. If there's no food, I would probably survival instinct go for bringing food or a lighter or matches or firestone in order to kind of cook the water, so I'm not going to die because of bacteria in the water. Maybe a knife again if there's no food, so at least can maybe hopefully fish a fish. But if this is all provided, like at least some kind of bananas or something, then probably would take my brother. And no, I'm not going to take my brother. What am I talking about? He has his family to support.
So you have to take his family too.
I know, but that's not good because he loves his job. I can't take him out of his job. I'll probably take my manager because he anyway goes with me anywhere I go, so I guess he has to also endure that.
So you're not going to take violin with you?
It's going to be way too hot on an island. My poor instruments. I'll pick up the violin when I get back home after I build a little ship. Or Jörg built it for me.
So we have one lady from Ukraine who's wondering how you get rid of annoying female fans. Could you share some exciting story that you have lived through?
I've never had the feeling to get rid of somebody. So far, nobody's been annoying. I mean, some people are maybe a little bit sometimes too close to your face, and when you sit, and then they go and they talk to you like this. And I'm like, do I know you?
It's strange.
It is very strange. And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't do that. But everybody's different. And another thing is, which I am personally not a big fan of is, give me your cell phone for a second. Is you're sitting at the airport with a hoodie on, and you have people going like, wait for it. And you know exactly they're not texting. And then I'm like, Jesus, I'm wearing sweatpants and a hoodie, and I don't even want to take a picture. And it's, on the one hand, this thing is a wonderful, genius device. On the other hand, it can also be the freaking devil. At least in these situations. Here we go.
One more question from Olga from Russia.
All right.
And she's interested to know if what day would you like to live a second time and why?
I've never even considered thinking about that. I think as a musician we live in the most creative period because of the exposure we can have. You know, if you really want to choose being a musician and want to have that life, you have every possibility. You don't need a management anymore. You don't need a record contract. Of course, universal. I'd never said that, but basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's possible to do everything by yourself. It's possible to do full arrangements on the laptop. It's possible to create a whole orchestra piece just with Pro Tools or Logic, and spend a few €100 on these programs, and you can create your own music, which sounds so good these days that I can't even distinguish if it's a real orchestra or if it's coming out of programming. So, as a musician, I could not imagine any more fun time to live in.
How do you explain your music to deaf?
To what?
To deaf.
I understood dead. I'm like,
no.
Jesus Christ, that's going to be difficult. Because I haven't really experienced the afterlife yet. How do you explain your music to deaf people? That's impossible. I mean, I guess what I sometimes hear is that they feel the rhythms and the bass, and that's how sometimes they can even dance and also enjoy music. But to explain music, it's going to be difficult. It's like explaining color to somebody who can't see. It's very, very, very difficult. I wouldn't even know where to start. Maybe I'm not creative enough in my imagination right now, but that's a difficult one.
Anyway, your performance on the stage explains everything. And
well, luckily I do play an instrument which is very visual, but I don't think it really gives the meaning of music per se over, but it's difficult.
So the one really, really anxious fan from Russia is interested about the concert on the 23rd of December that you're going to have in Russia.
Yes.
So is there going to be some special performance or some secrets that you can reveal already now? Or?
I have no idea. I even might think it might be a private concert because so far I don't think anything has been announced. I'm looking in this direction. Is it private?
I think so.
We're not entirely sure.
But at least we know that on 8th of December...
I will be in the city.
Yeah.
On 8th?
This is about the Latvian.
The Latvian concert is
Yeah.
All right,
so
by the way,
one in Russia.
This is my manager in the background, just in case that... Hold on.
Ha.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Say hello.
Hi.
All right, you have to make sure that you can see me again. So on the 8th, exactly in Latvia.
So what you're going to do on the 8th of December?
I will try to get some sound out of this wooden box.
And that's it?
No, we're going to play some stuff from the new album. We're going to play some pieces from Explosive, some old favorites of mine. I'm going to travel with my band here, so they consist of 2 guitarists, bass, drums, and keyboards. And we're just going to have a great time. We'll play some fun music from rock to classical to R&B, a little bit of jazz, and just have a fun evening.
Okay, so basically I think that I have gone through all the questions, so I will give you some time to think.
Or do you mind if I just have a quick look over
Okay.
them? So which one was, well, those are the questions you haven't even asked yet.
No, I have asked them all, but like
There was something with the flight of the bumblebee I just read, and I was like,
Oh, if you find someone asking something that I didn't manage to ask
let me see.
you.
Sorry for I just want to be real and honest with which one I preferred. It's difficult because they were all very nice. I guess the most fun question was, I wonder how you get rid of annoying female fans. It's not true that I ever feel that way, but at least it was a very bold question to ask. So
then we can announce.
I hope that person doesn't live like in Argentina. That would be not good.
So yeah, then we just announce that Diana is the one who will attend your concert and will enjoy your performance.
Perfect. Diana, congratulations.
So is there anything else you would like to wish to our followers or the people who are going to your concert or me?
Well, I guess the most important thing, everybody, please stay healthy and enjoy life, stay positive, and hopefully, music is in your life because it makes your day better. So, should I play something to just
would be nice.
Finish this show? Let's do something.
Thank you for coming, and we wish you to have a good time in Riga, and see you on 8th of December in
See you guys,
Riga.
8th of December. All the best. Bye.